Hello, Planet Earth. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You've reached IDK, my BFF Jill, 730, and I'm Preston Young. Today I'm bringing you another review. Today it's for Angel and Faith. Really just issue number 8, but it's really the entire Lost and Found story arc so far for Season 10 of Angel and Faith. If you recall, in Season 9, in the absence of magic, Slayers didn't really have a purpose, and so Kennedy decided to create one for them. She created this kind of really high-price security operation called Deep Scan, which is completely made up of Slayers. Since there's no more magic in the world, she figured she'd give them a job to do, and it's very lucrative for her, even though she's a little rich girl herself. So, so Buffy joined up with Deep Scan for a minute, but she left, and in the beginning of Season 10 of Angel and Faith, Faith decides that she's going to go and join Deep Scan because she had left Giles with Buffy, and he basically chose her over Faith. Well, that's okay. So what happens is that Faith is called onto a mission for Deep Scan to go and rescue Mr. Riley Finn. Now, Riley and Faith have a history of sorts. Back in Season 4 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Faith woke up from her coma and she switched bodies with Buffy, and in a kind of get revenge on Buffy for putting her in a coma, she decided she was going to sleep with Riley while she was in Buffy's body. And so after they unswapped the bodies, it caused a lot of friction between Buffy and Riley, but they fixed that. And so anyway, Riley had left Sunnydale in the middle of Season 5, and then in the middle of Season 6, he comes back and he's married. And his wife is like Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way. His wife's name is Sam, and she is played by this model turned actress. And she's just totally perfect. She is really nice to everyone. She gives everybody their credit, and she can hold her own. And she's like, I'm not trying to be the Slayer. You're the Slayer, Buffy. And she's just perfectly perfect. And so, whatever. So, Deep Scan is called in to investigate the disappearance of Riley and Sam Finn, because Riley and Sam Finn are part of this government operation that is not the Initiative from Season 4, but it kind of operates in the same way. They deal with supernatural type situations. And so, there was this big pharma tycoon called Walt Zane. And he was going on an expedition into the South American jungle to collect plants to make medicine from. So the government was kind of helping him on his expedition as far as leading him so that, he wouldn't be in danger. So what happens is he ends up going missing. And so Sam Finn is sent in to find him. So when Sam goes missing, Riley just runs in to go and find her. And so basically, Deep Scan has been called in to find Riley, Sam, Walter Zane, and all of the other government operatives who have just gone missing in the South American jungle. And so we are introduced to Tonya, who is kind of the commander of the Deep Scan mission. She's got short hair, kind of like mine. And she's just kick-ass chick. And Faith is her second in command because Kennedy has appointed her as such. And so Faith is talking to May, one of the other Slayers in Deep Scan, about her history with Riley. And she talks about the body swap and all this good stuff. And so here they all go off into the jungle to go and find Sam, Riley, and Mr. Zane. And they are accompanied by a couple of other Slayers, a military guy, and Reese Zane, the daughter of Walt Zane. So into the jungle they go, and they are attacked by the new day vampires. And the new vampires, since the rules of magic, or since there's a new kind of magic that Willow put into the deeper well, vampires are different. They can walk around in the daytime. Now, not all vampires, just the new vampires that have been made. They can turn into mist and bees and animals and blah, blah, blah. It's crazy. And so they're attacked by these new day vampires, and Tonya is killed, which leaves Faith in charge. And so they set up at the empty camp that was apparently abandoned or ransacked, that the government people were staying at, but it's empty now. And so they set up camp there, and then Faith and May talk more about Riley, and then the vampires attack, and they're surrounded, and then Sam comes in out of nowhere and saves everybody's asses. And so Sam says, you guys go to this boat, get back to safety. I have to go in and save my husband because Riley is still missing. And so Reese, Faith, and May decide to go with Sam because Reese wants to save her father, and Faith wants to go with Sam because she feels this responsibility to right the wrong that she has with Riley. And so they all go in, and May goes because she likes Faith. And so they all go, and Sam realizes who Faith is after she explains that she's there with Deep Scan and that she's a Slayer. And so Faith is like, oh, well, maybe we should talk because of, what I did to Riley. And Sam says, I don't have an issue with you. You and I don't have issues. All of this stuff that happened, it was before Riley and I had even met. And, he's a clean slate kind of guy. And Faith says, well, I feel like I just owe you an apology. And Sam says, you don't owe me anything. The person you owe an apology to is Riley. And sorry, 6 seasons and 15 years later, I realize that Faith is a rapist. She raped Riley, okay? Straight up raped him in that he did not know, he could not consent to having sex, or to having had sex with Faith. It was non-consensual. He did not know what was going on. It was out of his control. So she effectively raped him. And we always think about Faith as being a murderer, a torturer. But the punchline is she's also a rapist, which I don't know how it took me so long to figure out, but it's wonderful. It's so wonderful to see that, her actions do have consequences, and we're finally dealing with them 6 seasons and 15 years later, but we're dealing with them. And the thing about Angel and Faith is they're both characters who are trying to come to terms with their pasts and trying to make amends, and even if it won't all balance out in the end, they're still trying. And so this whole level of Faith being a rapist, it just takes feminism to a whole other level, dude. She's like, wait. But anyway, it's just crazy. And the stuff that's going on with Angel is finally getting interesting. He keeps having these dreams about his past life as Angelus, and the things that are transpiring in his dreams are also kind of transpiring in modern day. And so with the magic bomb that Whistler set off at the end of season 9, and now this new magic that Willow has created, I'm starting to wonder if maybe Angel and Angelus have been separated somehow. I'm sure that's not how it's going to shake out. I'm sure it's going to go way deeper or shallower than that, but it's just really crazy. I'm very excited about this new turn for the Faith character, particularly because, like I said, it never came to me in those terms of calling it rape, which is so exactly what it is. It's so dumb for free. Give me a stupid slap, planet Earth. I just feel so dumb that I'd never really put that together. Now, also, a really interesting thing is what happens when characters from Buffy come on to Angel. Buffy is very much a day-to-day, how do I get through this day kind of property. That the whole idea is making it through the day with your humanity. Whereas Angel is having lived through your days and reflecting on them. So it's really about the richness of the world, the reflection back on the days you spent here. And what happens is when you bring in a character like Sam, who over on Buffy was practically perfect in every way. She's still practically perfect in every way. She doesn't have a problem with Faith. She says, I don't have a problem with you. I'm not thrilled to meet you. I'm not thrilled that you're here. I don't particularly like you. But you're not my problem. We don't have problems. She's still perfect because she says, your problem is with Riley. And it just puts this whole other layer onto the characters. And it puts in wonderful layer on Faith. And also, we've got Amy over in Magic Town right now. She's got this jar of Warren that she's just carrying around with her, and she's trying to get Angel to resurrect Warren with her. And Angel refuses, but we find out that Amy is really thriving in Magic Town. When they brought Amy in the very first issue of Buffy Season 8 at the end, where they were like, oh yeah, we found somebody down there. She says her name's Amy, and we saw Amy. I was just thinking, really? Amy is going to be our big bad? And of course she didn't end up being our big bad, but she's just not very formidable over on Buffy because we have Willow. Whereas on Angel, when you put her over there, she's in Magic Town, where magic is really just off the charts, crazy. And there's also this new magic in the world. And so to have Amy in Angel and Faith makes her a much more formidable character. And when Angel refuses to help her resurrect her jar of Warren, she says, you know what? There's so much magic around here, I really don't need you anyway. And she just goes crazy, and she's using all this magic, and she's pretty much got Angel by the balls. So where is this all going? I don't know, but I'm finally excited about Angel and Faith again. Keep reading, like, comment, subscribe, question. I don't know, man, but Angel and Faith is finally getting good. Because the first 4 issues I was just not down with, but it's really picking up. Lost and Found, and you know what? Go pick up Angel and Faith Season 9. If you didn't read it, it was better than Season 9 of Buffy, hands down. The stuff that they did over there was just great. So that's my review. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll talk next time.